I'm not the first one, but I have a dream. I want you, speakers, to be read. I have a dream. I see a big building with a lot of people around. People who have one thing in common. They have a dream. And they are there in that building where they can learn one of the most important first steps to realize their dream. They're going to put that dream in their mind into thoughts, into words, and put into a book. Those professionals who are there in that building, to be honest, it's not really just a building. I see an author's palace. And those professionals who are there, they're walking around having their very unique dream, because no dream is the same. They are meeting with professionals who can help them to write, to publish, and to market their book. Who am I to say that? Who am I to think that I can help other people write a book? Who am I that I want that? 34 years ago, my dad had a publishing firm, and I joined as an assistant editor. In the years to follow, I learned how to set up publications, how to write articles, how to edit books, and how to sell ads. I learned about the writing process, about the process of printing. I learned how to, foremost, how to listen to the client and how to get the books to the person who needs them best. In 1991, I started my own business as a copywriter editor. I wrote, I edited, and I've written 2 books as a ghostwriter, 6 non-fiction books. The last one is at the printers right now. And I edited more than 1,000 books. When I think back, this all happened in the kitchen at my parents' place. I'm the oldest of 4 children and the only girl. And can you imagine living in a big house, and at the end of the day, everybody was sitting in a small kitchen trying to tell his story? So was I. We're all screaming, yelling around, trying to get a scream the best. And suddenly, I felt that no one was really listening. So what I did, I stopped in the middle of the sentence, in the middle of my story. And guess what? I was right. No one paid attention. No one even noticed. Just after that incident, one of my brothers found my diary, and he loved it. He was dying to tell the whole world about my thoughts and feelings. Of course, I didn't like it. And I chased him all the place around me with my tennis racket until I got my diary back. At that certain moment in my life, I must have been 12 or 13, I concluded that people are more interested in my written words than in my words in the air. So I started to write. First my diary, then the school papers, then the magazines, the newspapers, the books. I started to write. I started to rewrite. I started to edit. And I have now one goal. I want my authors to be heard and to deserve the recognition, to get the recognition they deserve. Why should you write a book? Do you have a dream? By showing hands, who has a dream? A big one, a small? Ah, you do, huh? A big one for yourself, or maybe a dream for your family? Do you have a dream for your business? Well, if you have a dream, you should write a book, because a book gives you much more than you can imagine. By writing your book, the thoughts in your mind are going to get in a certain way. And when you write it down, they will fall into the place they should belong. Your dream will become an image. It becomes visual. By sharing your dream in a book, other people will read about it. And they might participate. They might want to join. Maybe they know people, they can help you. And even if they can't help you with that, they will be curious to know on how you are doing in achieving your dream. By writing your book as a hardcover, you have that really good-looking, sexy, 100% committed sales agent in hands. This book will do the selling for you and your business when you're asleep, when you're on holidays, whatever you're doing. Thinking back to my dream, that author's palace I've been talking about, where all these people are there to build on their dream. One of these dreamers is Peter. Peter was working in a hospital. He's retired now. This is a true story. It's true, it's not a story, it's true, and he's still alive. Peter had a big dream. He wanted to have a hospital organization without managers. I know this can exist because I read about it. Peter had this dream and he wrote his book. And he published the book, he self-published the book last year. 2 weeks ago we called and Peter told me he had sold 800 copies in the last couple of months. 800 copies. We're talking about a turnover of 20,000 euro. And Peter's aim wasn't to sell books. The only thing he wanted was recognition for his vision. And he got it. He not only sold 800 copies, but he's speaking now for all kinds of organizations about his vision of a hospital without managers. And besides that, he's writing on his second book with a co-author to talk about what kind of tasks the experts in the team. I forgot to mention that one part of his vision was that hospital without the managers, the patient is the most center part and the patient was surrounded by a team of experts. And with whatever disease the patient came, this team will guide him all through the process of healing. Of course, writing a book doesn't give you a guarantee that it will be a success, like Peter did. But there are a couple of steps that are necessary to get you the success. And when some years ago I heard people saying, well, write your book because that's passive income, I was getting interested because I thought, where did I get the money from? I mean, publishing companies hardly earn money with books. The author earns hardly any books if they are published by a publishing company. How can you get your book as a passive income? So I started to talk to authors and to follow authors all over the world. Famous authors like Brian Tracy, Ivan Meisner, Ken Blanchard. They have sold millions of copies of their book. And I found out that there are steps. That there are 7 steps leading to success of your book. And these steps you will find out, they are nothing special. They are not uncommon. You'll see them all over the place around you. Each of these steps is good, but not good enough to get you bestseller, but all together, they can provide you bestseller. Are you interested to learn about these steps? Really? Are you interested to learn about these steps? Good. Step 1. Define your dream and get a burning desire to write about it. If you have something you are passionate about, something you want to have or to do or to be, share it. Don't let it stay in your mind, but share it. Write it down and share it. There might be people who want to join you, who want to participate, but also you might be able to help a lot of people with your dream. Believe you can and do it. Step 2, make commitments. No road to success has been without blood, sweat, and tears. So you have to make a commitment how to reach your dream. How much does your dream get you so you want to leave something to reach it? It's up to you. Live your dream for yourself, not for me, not for anybody, but for yourself. You are the only one who can make that commitment of not watching TV, maybe not playing golf for a couple of weeks or months or whatever. Make your commitment and write your book. Step 3, look who you know. Make a list of people you know and people who trust you in the things you can do. Make this list because they are eager to help you whenever it's necessary. They are there when you need someone to talk to, that you want to sit next to the table and talk about things, but they're also there to help you when you need someone to cheer you up. Step 4, make use of social media. Because you might know a lot of people, but there are far more people out there who want to know about you. So share what you know, share what you're doing, share that you're writing your book, share about the topic, share that you're eager and want to talk about that you have things to share, and they might look for you. Make a list thanks to social media. Step 5. Be prepared to give presentations. You as professional speakers, I'm the last one to tell you how important it is to be a presenter. And I don't have to tell you that we don't present because we like to talk. Of course not, we don't like to talk, but we have to share something. And you of all should know what a golden team it is to have to present and have a book. Step 7, look for partners. Look for the right people around you, people who want to do things you don't like to do. People who do the things for you that you don't know how to do and you don't want to know how to do. If I talk about, it doesn't matter whether you want to write your book or to fulfill your dream. If I look like Sonja Bakker, she is someone in Holland, turned out from nobody into a celebrity by writing her book about weight loss. She found her partners not only in the publishing company, but she also found her partners in insurance companies, a big food chain company. She found her partners in television and radios. She came from nothing to a celebrity. If I look at Dick Brunner, he's the godfather of Muffy, Nijntje. He painted the little female rabbit in 1955, published his first book. And he is one of the most well-known and most good-earning person in Holland, 48 million euros, with that idea. And of course, it wasn't just by selling the book, but he sold clothes, jewelry, wallpaper, furniture, whatever you think, Nijntje has been put on it. If you find the right people around you, there's only one way to go, and that's up. Do you think these steps are very difficult? That they are special, that they are rare? No, they aren't. I will repeat the 7 steps because I think I forgot one. Step 1, define your dream and get a burning desire and write about it. Step 2, make commitments. Step 3, make use of the people you know and ask them to help you. Step 4 is make use of social media, because there are a lot of people around who want to help you. Step 5 is be sure that you have your book as a business card and that it exposes the quality you want. And talking about the book as business card, I will get later on to that, because that's the part I forgot. Step 6 is to get presentations. And step 7 is to find the right people. Go for the best and go for the golden. Giving back to your book as your business card. Be sure that it exposes the quality you want. The quality you want for yourself and for your business. Be sure that the text is edited. It doesn't matter how much time you read it, but be sure that you get a good editor, a good graphic designer. It takes 7 seconds for someone to decide whether they want to read your book or not. And yes, you can look for a publisher. You also can self-publish. If you think that looking for a publisher because of the royalties, that might be interesting. I have one of my clients, his big dream was to publish a book by a well-known publisher and earn a lot of money of it. In the last quarter of 2013, he called me. He had published his book in 2010. He wrote it, he found a well-known publisher, and in 2013 he called me very enthusiastically because he finally had received his first royalties. On his bank account, he found not less than 39 euros. And yes, there are publishers who pay more, there are publishers who pay faster. But self-publishing isn't that bad and pays you in a lot of ways better and faster. The steps I mentioned, they're not rare, they're doable. If you pay attention to them and you put some investment in that, I'm not talking about invest like this, but also investment like sweat, time, there's the best way to get a bestseller. And you should go for that. Everybody has a dream, small or big. And it's very nice to dream, it's awesome to dream, but very few people take action to complete their dream, to fulfill it. I want you to fulfill your dream. And be aware that the road to success isn't an easy one. It has never been an easy one. You should ask all the successful people around us, the Donald Trumps, the Annemarie van Gaals, and even the exterminator, he knows. I wish you one real big dream and a lot of books published. Write your book and go for your dream. Thank you. Okay.